What's poppin', family? You know who it is, King B the Great, coming at you with another informative video on Russia and Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna dig a little deep. I'm not gonna dig too deep, but you know, I'm not gonna hold you that long, fam. You know, I'm not gonna hold you that long. I'm gonna try not to anyway, but I'm gonna tell you what I need to tell you so you can understand. I'm just trying to give you insight of what's going on in this Ukraine and Russia thing. Cause I can give you knowledge all day, you know what I'm saying? But what's the best teacher? The best teacher is insight. So let your own insight be your teacher. You know what I'm saying? What? First, we have to get the intel on who and what we're dealing with, right? Putin, aka the Kremlin, was once at KGB. So if you don't know what a KGB is, do your Googles. I'll do it for you. It's a super agent, spy. Those people are gangster. What? Trained assassin. And the Kremlin had to take a psychological test to join the KGB. And the test he took, the union was astounded because he scored unusual in thinking what's dangerous to you and me is not to him. What? So that alone should make you know, ought to know that this dude is a gangster. We don't need to be dealing with this gangster, you know what I'm saying? Like, family, for y'all to understand this, like, we gotta get into the mind of the Kremlin. We gotta get in the mind of Putin, you know what I'm saying? Like, with this story, it started in history. At one time, like Putin said, once Ukraine and Russia was once one. And when Russia fell in 1991, right? Remember they fell? Russia fell in 1991, right? And that made Ukraine a sovereign a sovereign country. It made Ukraine a sovereign country, right? Remember that? And Ukraine make up a big map of Russia, you know what I'm saying? When Russia fell, that part broke off, you know what I'm saying? Because it was once called the Soviet Union. Y'all remember, if anybody's in their 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, they ought to know that it was called the Soviet Union, right? And then when it fell, it became Russia. That's when the Kremlin came in, and then he turned it into Russia, and he's trying to unify Russia again. But y'all don't see what he's doing? Basically, when Russia fell, these European unions, Britain, America, you know what I'm saying? Those European countries tried to go in and diplomat Ukraine, and Putin wasn't having it. Putin was not having it. Putin said, no, you're not sitting up in my backyard. You are not putting military things in my backyard. He was not doing that. Look what Putin is doing. He's trying to unify Mother Russia again. He's doing the same thing Hitler did. He's doing the same tactics Hitler done. Hitler in history, when you look back in history, Hitler went against his own speaking people. You know what I'm saying? He went against his own speaking people to send a message. Like, you know what I'm saying? After the fall, you got some Ukrainians like, no, they want to keep that culture they had after the Russians, after they fell as they was the Soviet Union. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to keep their sovereignty. They didn't want to go under the culture of the Russians anymore. They wanted to keep their own sovereignty. You know what I'm saying? And another thing why Putin wants Ukraine too, because Ukraine is a big farming country. It's got a lot of farming, a lot of land, you know what I'm saying, where you can farm and all of that. And plus, their pipeline, their pipeline to all of these European Union lines. Did you know Putin? Did you know Russia has the most? Well, I ain't gonna say most. I'm gonna say the second. They the second most supplier in gas and oil in the world. That's where everybody get their oil and gas from. Is Russia. What? We didn't know Putin had that much power. Putin got power. We all familiar with their gas line. Shell is one of them, and Exxon is another one. So be ready, family. As this war continues, as this saga continues, the gas prices is going to skyrocket. They are going to keep going up and keep going up because you know Russia is the top dog of the gas and oil industry, right? So family, I'm telling you right now, if you want to get around the city and do normal things like y'all want to do, like go to work and all of that, you need to save a little money. Don't blow a lot of money because this gas is going to be outrageous. I'm telling you, Russia ain't playing it. And especially, that's why so many of these countries is just sitting back looking at this stuff unfold. You know what I'm saying? Because they all scared of this gas and oil thing. They're not going to get their supply of gas and oil from Russia because they went at war with Russia. That's why everybody's just sitting back looking at this. Everybody's scared to mess with Russia. It's not just because they feel like they can blow us up. See, that's a lose-lose situation. Everybody lose if everybody start pushing the damn buttons. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's scared because they ain't gonna get their supply of oil and gas. But family, I feel sorry for the Ukrainians, but they holding their own. Y'all see what's going on. They holding their own. They losing people, but also the Russians losing people too. They fighting back. They trying to hold on to their sovereignty. You know what I'm saying? Their government gave all of them guns who was willing to participate in saving their cities and saving their country. And they doing their thing. I gotta give them props. Do your thing. We with you. We with you, Ukraine. Back to the video. I got a little emotional. But for several years, the Kremlin kept the world guessing, was he going to invade Ukraine? Then he woke up and said, fuck it, I'm finna invade Ukraine. Just think about it, because if you're in the mind of the Kremlin, you know what I'm saying? You like, he need Ukraine. The reason why he need Ukraine is because, you know, his pipeline, Nord Stream 1 runs through there, Nord Stream 2 runs through there, and it runs all the way to these European Union gas tanks. You know what I'm saying? So they need that. That's where they get their revenue from. That's where he get his power from. What? Family, to put it all in a nutshell, NATO is expanding, and he's trying to stop NATO to expand because he don't want no problems with the United States. He don't want no problem with us because if the European Unions gain the Ukraine, that means it's going to be putting the United States at war with Russia, because that means Russia going to have a hold of its revenue, you know? No, that means the European Union is going to have control of Russia's revenue. That's what I meant. You know what I'm saying? And Putin not having that. Putin is not having that. If he can't have Ukraine, he feel like he gonna destroy it. I guess that's how he thinking. I ain't saying that's the best way, but that's the way he's thinking. Remember, family, this chess, not checkers, and he's making chess moves. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you one thing, Mr. Putin, he better not go into NATO territory. I know he's doing awful in Ukraine, and I hate he's doing that, and I don't accept that. But he better not go into NATO territory, because if he do, then he will see action from America, and that's what we don't want. But if he do that, we won't have no choice but to go in there and help, because NATO is our shit. You know, we own NATO. As far as like the United States, you know, that's a part of NATO. So I can kind of respect, you know what I'm saying, Putin for what he's doing, but not the way he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to guard his pockets. He's trying to guard his country's pockets with that gas and oil. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to do. Family, I didn't even mean to make this video this long, but if y'all stayed to the end, I appreciate it and I love you. Until we meet again, I love you. Be signing out.